To draw a quadratic, you first can find the y-intercept, and that's when x equals 0, and then find the x-intercept, and that's when y equals 0. You find the axis of symmetry. Remember, that's halfway between the x-intercepts, or you can use the formula that x equals negative b divided by 2a, depending on which way you're given the equation. Then, using the axis of symmetry, we can find the vertex, which is the turning point, or the maximum or minimum of the function. But how can we do this and put it all together? Well, we can use a calculator to help us. We can actually find all this information off the calculator. So say we're trying to graph y equals x squared plus 2x plus 5. I go to menu on the calculator, and you might remember we've done a bit of stats. So that was 2. We want to go to graph because we want to graph something, so we're just going to push 5. Now I'm just going to delete whatever's there and start again. So I'm going to type in the formula x squared plus 2x plus 5. Now before I go and graph that, I'm going to type in my graph, and then I'm just going to go to F3 because F3 is view window. Alright, so I'm going to go view window, and that's basically setting up the scale on your axis. So like when you draw a graph and you put a scale on your axis, that's what the view window is. So if we go to F3, we got rid of it, so x squared plus 2x plus 5. So we're going to go enter, execute. So we're going to type in the graph, go execute. Then we're going to go draw, which is F6. And then we're going to do the view window. Okay, so menu, graph, type in your graph that you want to draw, go execute, which is down here, then go draw, which is F6, and then you're going to go F3, which is your view window. Okay, and we're just going to set that for a start, -10 to 10, and the same in y-axis, we're going to go -10 to 10. Alright, then I'm going to go execute again, and I'm just going to go exit and draw. Okay, so execute, exit, and draw. Now, when you go there, then you can go and find all the information that you need for your graph. So let's see if we can find the y-intercept. So we're going to first go Shift G solve. That's what it says here. So we're going to go Shift G solve, and to find the y-intercept, we push F4. That tells us the y-intercept occurs when x equals 0, which we know, and when y is 5. Now our x-intercepts, normally we'd go Shift G solve, and we'd actually push F1, which says root. But if you look on this graph, there's actually no x-intercepts, so we don't have to worry about them. Alright, so there's no x-intercepts. And then we can find the vertex. So we do that by finding the maximum or the minimum. So if we look at this graph, the turning point down here, and that's the vertex, where it changes shape, or changes from going down to going up, rather, changes direction. The vertex is at the bottom, so it's a minimum. So I'm going to push F3 because that's the minimum. And it tells me the coordinates of the vertex, -1 and 4. Now you remember that the vertex actually lies on the axis of symmetry. So the x-coordinate of the vertex is the same as the axis of symmetry, so therefore x equals -1. So let's run through how to do that again. We find the y-intercept by going Shift G solve F4. We find the x-intercept by going Shift G solve F1. We find the vertex by going Shift G solve, and then if it's max we'll go F2, if it's a min we'll go F3. And then the axis of symmetry we get by using the coordinate of the vertex, which is x equals -1. Once we've done that, we can actually draw the graph. And we'll have another video on how you'd actually draw the graph. Okay? But now you know how to get everything off the calculator. To draw the graph, all you'd have to do is plot the y-intercepts, plot the x-intercepts if you have them, draw in the axis of symmetry with the vertex, and then join the dots. But again, we'll have another video on that.